Everybody's here. All righty then. Good evening. Welcome to Injustice Investigations. I'm your host, Al Scott. I see Houston, Texas is in the house. Pennsylvania is in the house. The boss, Miss Ferris, is in the house. To God be the glory. Thank you all for tuning in to tonight's show. Houston, Texas back. Good to see you, Houston, Texas. Maybe in a few days I'll be there to see you in person. Miss Chapman, good evening to you as well. Thank you for tuning in. Nikki, thank you for tuning in as well. Katie, I see you. Kathy, thank you. The one and only, my big brother, Mike Wells. What's going on, brother? Where is your glass of iced tea? Come on, Mike Wells, don't put me on the front like that. You know I've always got to have my iced tea. Come on, man. Stop the foolishness. Come on, bro. Arkansas in the house. Miss Williams is in the house. Dusty Honeybee is in the house. Good evening, good evening. Montgomery is in the house. I can hear today. Amen. Thank God for that. Baltimore's here. Good evening to you. Miss Thomas, good evening to you as well. Gibson, thank you all for tuning in to tonight's show. It is good to be back on Facebook. I don't know how long this is going to last. Somebody's here from Houston, Texas. Thank you for tuning in. Yes, it's a Long Island tea, Mr. Mike Wells. He says it's a Long Island tea. Yes, it is. What's up? Honeybee, we got a lot to talk about tonight pertaining to R.Kelly and Malia Davis and Derion Vence and, of course, Brittany Bowens. Newark is in the house. Rhonda, I tip my hat to you. Thank you for tuning in as well. Special tea. Okay, Miss Williams, stop it. Stop the madness. Listen, you know, the phone lines are not open tonight. Some things are not working, so the phone lines are not open. Okay, I'll be missing in action for a minute. Oh, you've been missing in action. Oh, okay. Well, Nikki, you can't be missing too much in action because we'll have to count you off as a loss. Miss Cakes, good evening to you as well. Thank you for tuning in. Fifi Harris is in the house from Houston, Texas. It's a lot of folks in the house tonight from Houston, Texas, and y'all are the people that I really need to talk to tonight. Because Houston, Texas, y'all, we'll get there in a minute. We will get there in a minute. Okay. Corpus Christi, Texas. Good evening. Detroit, thank you for tuning in to tonight's show. Before we get into Malia Davis and R.Kelly, let's talk a bit about a jackass. Let me say this to you. I grew up in Shreveport, Louisiana. I'm proud to say that. We grew up down in the bottoms on Travis Street. We stayed behind it was called J&J's Cafe, which had the best hamburgers on planet Earth. And Madame's Beauty Shop, we was all connected to it. So we stayed in the back. And coming up as a little boy down in the bottoms, I was always told that America is the greatest country on the planet. Detroit, good evening. Thank you for tuning in as well. I was always told that America was the greatest country on the planet. And I still believe that. But there are some people that would make you think otherwise. Even if someone is in this country illegal, if they're not breaking the law, this is just my opinion, why mess with them? As far as trying to send them back to where they don't want to be. Here's what we should do. Good evening, Miss Bradford. Thank you for tuning in. Nancy, good evening to you as well. Here's what I think we should do. Let's help them get through all the damn red tape and get them legal in the United States. Pittsburgh, good evening to you. Rather than say, I'm going to cut off all benefits. There's no food stamps, no checks, no welfare, nothing, because they in this country illegal. I understand they in this country illegal. But do you understand that this is said to be the greatest country on the planet? Why don't we help them become legal so that they can reap the full benefits of being in the United States? When we get to a point where we start saying, center back, center back, center back, we go against everything that this country was built on, say it stands for. That's love and peace. Built on the principles of God. We stand on the principles of God. You walk into the courtroom, raise your right hand, do you solemnly swear? But somewhere down the line, God has been pushed to the back. And some folks are now teaching not the theology of the Bible. They're teaching their own theology of the way they want things to be. And some of these people are some very powerful people. And there are some people that you don't want to buck. You don't want to go up against because they can make your life a living hell. And so they get away with what they do. Even in the open, they can get away with it. Because many people are scared to buck the system. I don't want to buck the system. But sometimes in order to get some peace in your life and to get some peace in somebody else's life, you got to raise some hell. That keep calm bullshit, it don't work no more. We need a new approach to the injustice that people are having to endure in this country. And I'm not talking black people. I'm not talking white people. I'm not talking Mexicans. I'm talking all of us. All of us. Because if you are not of a certain race today, you know right now, if you're not of a certain race, your freedom is under attack. If you're not of a certain race. We have had racist presidents in the White House before. This is nothing new. But here's what we didn't have. We didn't have racist president that resided at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue that was so damn racist that we knew it. We thought it, but we couldn't prove it. Some of them have showed just a little bit of it, but it wasn't enough to be alarmed. It wasn't enough to say, in a little while, it's inevitable. It's going to happen. A racial war is going to break out. And blood is going to go from north, west, east, and south. When you have the leader of the free world, when you have the leader of the free world who is not just a jackass, who is not just super stupid, who is not just lost in la la land, but is a racist and incites racism, we have a problem. When you have a white man sitting in 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue calling NFL players sons of bitches, degrading people mentally challenged, calling all Mexicans drug dealers. Honeybee says it's a population control. You own the money. All Mexicans are drug dealers. And they're bringing the drugs across the border. That ain't true. Some of our biggest crooks, some of our biggest drug dealers, some of our biggest criminals are in Congress. If they're not in Congress, they're in the White House. They wear suit and ties. No, it ain't the ones that you see out there thugging, pants sagging, hoods on. Some of them wear suit and ties. Trayvon Martin, we thought in the beginning, was killed because of his hoodie. If you go back and research, you find out the hoodie didn't have anything to do with it, because when George Zimmerman first came in contact with Trayvon Martin, he didn't have the hoodie on. Trayvon Martin could have had a suit and a tie on. He was still going to be killed that night because he was targeted by a deranged lunatic. Didn't have a damn thing to do with what he had on. You have a man that sits in the White House that wants to be a dictator so bad. You have a man that sits in the White House and develops a relationship with the enemy and said, he's good people. I believe in him. I trust him. They send me letters praising me because he suffers from low self-esteem. And if anybody praises him, they're good people. Anybody bucking, they're losers. I've never heard, as long as I've been living, a president degrade people like the son of a bitch that sits in the White House right now. And not only is Donald Trump a fucking problem, Congress has become a fucking problem, because we wouldn't have this problem today if Congress had got his ass out of that seat when he first got in there with the bullshit. And now they act like he's fucking them all in the ass because nobody wants to buck him. So Congress needs to get up off their ass. Either y'all get him out the White House, or we're going to get together and we're going to clean the house on Capitol Hill and the goddamn White House. This is racism to the fullest. The 2 mass shootings, we just didn't do it back to back. Donald fucking Trump written all over it. And I don't give a damn who sits there and says, no, it's not. Bullshit. Either your ass white and you're goddamn, you racist too, or you're black and you're a house nigga, or a field nigga and you're fielded rich, so your blues ain't like my blues. Trump is a racist. Trump incites racism. Take her back. Take her back. Send her back. Send her. And he looks this side. This side. And even when he finally speaks today, the bitch come out and say, he degraded the Mexicans again in a subtle way. Trump is the problem. And if you don't condemn, then you condone. If you don't condemn, then you condone. This is not the personality of the leader of the free world. China, maybe. Russia, maybe. The United States, no. It's not. It's not. When Trump speaks, he helps closet racists get the courage to come outside and say, fuck y'all niggas. Fuck you Mexicans. But what they forgetting now, that South sucker that sits in the White House, he's got Secret Service protecting his ass. Y'all out here buck ass naked. You gonna run up on the wrong somebody. One of the mass shooters praised Donald Trump for his effort in wanting to build the wall. He loves Donald Trump. I don't know if you've been on my page today, but we're going to get to the stories, I promise. But I want to share something with you real quick, and then we're going to, if I have it, I may not have it, I don't know. We're going to get to the stories for tonight. But I put something out, and I stand by it, 1,000,000%. And if I have to, I'm going to put it out there every day. Basically, I'm telling you that Donald Trump is a racist. Donald Trump is the reason for the mass shootings that we just had this past weekend. Donald Trump. Donald Trump is responsible for that. I don't care how you look at it. He's responsible for it. He knows he's responsible for it. Had this been President Barack Hussein Obama, you would not have to beg him to come out and give a statement. He would have already been at the podium. Once there was a mass shooting at a school, and he was at Camp David vacationing. He left and went to the school and visited with the families. That's what the leader of the free world does. Because quiet as is kept, President Obama was not the black people's president. He was not the white people's president. He was the people's president. And that's the way he conducted himself as. He went in clean, and he came out clean. He's the most admired man in the United States. And now his wife, Michelle Obama, is the most admired woman in the United States. Something that Donald Trump and the prostitute he married would never, ever be able to put on their resume. Never. Never. we have a man in the White House that don't value his own damn life. So if he don't value his life, he could care less about your life. Everything is against people. Everything. We got to stop food stamps. We got to kill it. We got to kill Section 8. Look at the people Trump is attacking. Now see, I lost some people. I must have some white people on here, some house niggas. Carry your ass. You got your hat, get your coat. Here's our problem. If they do not remove him from that White House in an expeditiously way, you ain't seen trouble yet. You haven't seen trouble yet. His daughter tweets. I don't want to hear from his fucking daughter. It's been a mass shooting. Let me hear from the one who wants to be the president of the United States, because he's not. He wasn't elected. He was selected. Same thing I told a gentleman with today on CNN. We argued, and he said, well, he won the election. He didn't win a goddamn thing. He didn't win. He was selected. He didn't fucking win. I need to hear from Trump. The families of the victims need to hear from Trump. So he finally comes out today and looks directly at the monitor to read what had been typed up for his super stupid, dumb as a box of rocks ass, read it word for word, line for line. Didn't go to the left, didn't go to the right. Fake it a little bit. He didn't fake it. He stood just and then he left. Took no goddamn question. That told me one thing. Nothing that he said was sincere. I knew that in the beginning. He didn't take any questions because the people already told him, look, dumbass, you can't take no goddamn questions. You do not go to the left, do not go to the right. Read this thing in its entirety. Don't put nothing that it ain't there. Don't do it. Don't take nothing out. Read and go. Read and go. And his dumbass read and went. As simple as that. As simple as that. Donald Trump is the reason racism is on the rise. Since he has been in office, racism and hatred has went up 226% when he started campaigning for office. When he started his campaign, it went up. Because Donald Trump speaks the language of racist white America. So if he sits in the White House again, it's not because he won. It's not because of policies, because if you talk about policies, he don't know shit. He don't know shit. And since he don't know a goddamn thing about how to run a government, whenever other candidates or politicians attack his dumb ass, he can't beat them on the policy issues. He tried to attack their character. He tried to attack their color. He tried to attack where they come from. Bitch, if your daddy hadn't given you $1 million, you wouldn't have shit right now because you're dumb as a box of goddamn rocks. And I hate him with a severe passion. Every morning that I wake up and I find out he's still alive, I get pissed. I get pissed. I hate him. There's only two men in this country that I have nothing but hatred for. That's George Zimmerman and Donald Dumb Jackass Trump. Trump is a joke, something straight out of a comic book, and should never, ever be taken serious. He don't know a goddamn thing about running the company. You thought because he could run a company, he could run the country. It's a big difference in that. But quiet as it's kept, his company was failing, and it's still failing. Trump being a racist is nothing new. It goes back to the 70s, when a class action lawsuit came about. When the United States government sued his family for discriminatory practices because they didn't want niggers living in their property. And he sits in the White House. Anybody has to come out on a daily basis and say, I'm the least racist person on the planet. It's the most racist person on the planet. It's simple as that. It's simple as that. So, some of your people, black, white, or whatever, you better stay focused. You're worried about some tedious shit. That dumb shit. What damn celebrity done got pregnant? What celebrity breaking up? Stupid shit. And Donald Trump is getting ready to destroy your ass. But by the time you realize it, it's going to be too late. It's going to be too late. The Republicans and the Democrats are both to blame. Put that damn title shit down and come together and realize this motherfucker is a racist. Get him out. I counted 30 impeachable acts months ago. They can't find one. Bull fucking goddamn shit. Nancy Pelosi, if you don't get him out, we're going to get your ass out, and then we're going to get him out the goddamn White House. Y'all bullshit. Y'all playing politics, and people are losing their lives. People cannot go to the store and shop because of deranged lunatics who want every goddamn thing their way. Go somewhere else. This is not our land. Christopher Columbus didn't discover America. You cannot discover something that's already fucking inhabited. Christopher Columbus was fucking drunk. And he should have been at the AANA meeting that night, but he wasn't. He was out there in that goddamn raggedy ass ship and made a wrong fucking turn. And look, Indians, the land is inhabited. He didn't discover shit. This not our land. We stole it. This not ours. We can't tell them. They can tell us to go. This not our shit. It's not. You got people at Walmart. I'm going to run to Walmart and get some laundry detergent, something to eat, then I'm coming back. Okay, honey. A lot of them never made it back home because of racism and because of hatred. Every time he speaks, he lies. Every time he speaks, he degrades. If I'm speaking, and I love what I do, if Miss Farris come and tell me, Mr. Scott, some of the things you're saying, people are beginning to think you're a racist. I don't give a fuck. I wouldn't say that. Y'all might think I would, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't say that because I never want to give off the wrong vibe. So sometimes in life, we're giving out a vibe that is not us. And so somebody has to come along and catch us by the coattail and say, you're fucking up. Say it this way, and then make an apology and go on. But if I don't listen to Miss Farris, then I could care less about the damn people. I'm going to say what the fuck I want to say because I'm grown. If I care about what I'm doing and I care about the people, wait a minute, I could have said that better. So I come back and I do an open apology and I go on. All politicians lie. That's why I can't, I think she said that's why I can't stand them. Okay, I don't know if all politicians lie or not. I don't know. I know some do. If I said all politicians lie, I would be lying. I don't know. I cannot put everybody in the same damn cup. That's like when I talk about ministers in the pool pit that went from pimping on the streets to pimping in the pool pit. If I put all ministers in the same cup, I'm lying. Cops. All cops are bad. Bullshit. We have good cops. But the question still remains, well, where the fucking good cops at when the bad cops are acting up? I don't know. But we got to realize, I'm still teachable until the day I die. I'm still teachable until the day I die. Somebody says, Miss Jackson, I don't know why people think they have the right to tell anyone to go back where they didn't come from. That's it right there. It's a control thing. That's a control mechanism. And then when you sit there and you bluntly say it again and again, and then you attack Elijah Cummings, who has fought for all races, and then the next day you attack him again, and then you attack Reverend Jesse Jackson, and you and your goddamn family, the biggest hypocrites, crooks, and liars on planet Earth. And you got a goddamn hole in the White House. Now, it probably was some holes in the White House before. We just didn't know about it. When Hugh Hefner died, she took it hard. Because forget it. Let's go on to the other stories. Oh, God, 30 minutes. We got to go on. All I'm saying, y'all, we're under attack. If you're not white, if you're not part of the elite, your freedom is under attack in this country. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. We are under attack. We are marked for death. And if you don't condemn, then you condone. It don't get no plainer than that. If you don't condemn, you condone. There is absolutely no defense for absolute wrong. I'm going to say it again. There's absolutely no defense for absolute wrong. So many people are now planning funerals. And that's sad. That's sad. And what's even sadder is when they called the White House in there and said, no, Trump didn't want to talk. Nobody came from the White House. They all said no. Nobody came from the White House. No aides, nothing. We don't want to talk. We don't want to talk. Really? You're proving what I'm saying. You're proving what I'm saying. Trump is a racist. They said years ago, this country will be destroyed from within. Now you all can sit there and say, well, baby, God knows what's going on. God's gonna have his day. But right now, this is our day. Quit passing things on to God because you don't have the ability to deal with it, or you don't know how to deal with it, or you just want to leave the shit alone. You can't put everything on God, just like you can't put everything on the devil made him do it. The Bible says you're drawn away by your own lust and desires. The devil didn't do that. You did that. You did that. So let's go on. R.Kelly. Is it R.Kelly? I don't know who's next. R.Kelly or Malia? Okay, Malia. Today, Miss Farris called and informed me that another charge had been put on Derion Vence, and that was the charge of injury to a child causing severely bodily injury. It is a first-degree felony in the state of Texas, and it is punishable by 5 to 99 years in prison. Now, let me say this. Last week, I think a lady called me. She called me. She sent me an email, and I didn't see it. And she sent it again, and I still didn't see it. So she called, told me who she was, and she sent me the autopsy report. And it had been completed. And it said that it had been transported to HPD. Me and Ms. Ferris talked, so we won't do nothing about it right now. We're watching something. So anyway, we know that the grand jury indicted Derion Vence for tampering with evidence, that being Malia Davis' corpse. So he was charged with it at first, and then it went to the grand jury, came back, and he was indicted. So again, for those of you who missed the last show, an indictment simply means that the burden of proof is always on the state. It's always on the state. So the state looked at the case and said, God, we got him, but we don't. Simply means that the burden of proof is always on the state, but now the burden of proof is like so low, so low, so low, so low. Do we gamble or what? I don't know. Send it to the grand jury. Goes to the grand jury's come back. He has been indicted. Nothing really changes. That's it. Now, the new charge, 5 to 99 years. We still cannot get anyone arrested for murder. We can play the word game here, the name game and all that, but we still have yet to put handcuffs on the killer. I will go to my grave, and if I'm wrong, I will come back and I will apologize. Derion Vence has something wrong in this. Trust me. Oh, yes, he do. But I don't think he killed Malia Lynn Davis. Now, if he wants to sit in that cell and he wants to take the charge for Brittany Bowens, that's fine. That's you. That's you. That's you. That's fine. I mean, the first charge, tampering with evidence, up to 20 years. This new charge, 5 to 99. So you won't get the death penalty. That's fine. But let me tell you something. While your ass sitting in there rotting, while you're letting the state of Texas warehouse you into an old man, Brittany Bowens' dilapidated ass will be free somewhere doing some more devilish bullshit. You were set up from day one. You were set up from day one, Derion Vence. You just don't know it. You just don't know it. But listen, I know somebody saying, God sits high and he looks low. Okay, God knows. But listen, if you read your Bible, you study your Bible sometimes instead of reading it, you realize this. God gave you a mind. You don't have to run to him to figure out everything. You hungry? Let me ask God, should I eat? Really? You sleeping? Let me ask God, should I sleep? Y'all get the point, right? Prayer without works is dead. Derion Vence is not the killer. Derion Vence is not the killer. Miss Williams said he was set up. 100% he was set up. Now, I know for a fact, HPD, I know y'all crooked. I know y'all done some things. I'm not just talking about this case. Some things, and I'm not talking about what I heard. A lot of people talk about what they heard or what they think. I tell you what I know. But if I do tell you something and it's my opinion, I'm gonna tell you this here. This is not a fact. It's my opinion, and I'm not trying to pass my fact off as an opinion. It's just my opinion. I'm gonna tell you that. Derion Vence is innocent of murder of Malia Lynn Davis. If he takes the stand and says, I swear I did it, he's still lying. He didn't do it. Here's what's going on with Derion Vence. Derion Vence has mental issues. So it's easy to pin it on him. It was easy for Brittany to manipulate him because of his mental state. And this is not to degrade him. But men and women do it all the time. They prey on people that have a mental issues. I hope I said that right so I won't offend anybody. And so if you're weak-minded in the games, if you're weak, you beat. And that's where you was. I believe he loved Malia Davis. Girl asked me one day, how can you say he loved her if he threw her over there, put it in the bag and threw it? First of all, I don't know who put it in the bag. I don't know that. I do know, allegedly, he says he threw her over there. But I don't know. But can I look you in your eyes with honesty and tell you that Derion Vence loved Malia Lynn Davis? Just again, I believe he did. He did. But you know what? His love for her mother was stronger. And it should have been. And so, whatever Brittany said, that Negro did. He said jump. She said jump. He was already in the damn skin. He loves her. He worships the ground on her. And me and Miss Ferris was talking today, and she jokingly, she said, hell, they probably still in contact with one another. Very well possible. Very well possible. I know Brittany manipulated him through the whole relationship, Miss Cakes. I totally agree with you on that, Miss Cakes. I totally agree with you on that. But let me tell you something, Brittany Barnes, because you always on my damn live feed anyway, up on another name, you and your family. You're only here because, if I'm not 100% right, I'm so goddamn close to it, you can knock my ass off if you could get to me. Let me tell you something. Who said it? A lady told me one time, she said, Brittany may have fooled some, but it's impossible for Brittany to fool the rest of the world. 99.9% of the world know you're guilty. And we are going to do whatever it takes to make sure your ass get that charge. You think it's over. I promise you. And heaven, I'm taking a gamble. Heaven, but I know I'm going to win. Heaven is backing me up. It ain't going to turn out the way you think, Brittany. When you least expect it, you're going to be in handcuffs. I promise you this. I promise you this. And we coming. I hope we can get there next week. We're coming. We delayed it because we were waiting until they put cuffs on you. But a game is being played right now. Somebody says, Miss Bradford said, I don't think Derion Vence killed Malia either. I think Brittany played a bigger part. Exactly. You have not fooled anyone. Brittany Barnes, that is from Blackman. So the same thing makes you laugh will eventually make you ball up in a fetal's position and just cry like a newborn baby. Because let me tell you something. If you think, I'm not going to speak to nobody but me, and then we're going to go to R.Kelly. If you think that I'm going to sit here and run my damn mouth every day and be talking about something close to nothing and don't know what I'm talking about, you're a fool with a serious problem. If you think I'm going to sit here and I'm going to let you remain free while somebody else take your charge, the devil is a lie. The devil is a lie. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. You going to jail. And once you go to jail, then you have to go to prison. It's coming. It's not over, Brittany. You can go out and party, throw your hands up, and do every damn thing that you want to do. Do a little funky. Walk your fat ass back out on that damn beach if you want to. You are, nothing about you is a mother. I don't know if you all was here the other week. A lady called me, and I'm going to call her name. Well, she emailed me first and told me that she was so happy. I wanted you to be the first to know. And so I got Malia Davis a headstone. And I'm like, what? So I know it's bullshit. I'm like, Malia Davis already has a headstone. I know that. I mean, I think I know that. I think I know it. Miss Coleman says, yes, Brittany's day is coming. And so I just emailed her back. I said, do you think it's possible for you and I to speak later today? She responded right back, yes. Will after 5 be okay? Yes, ma'am, she called. And I still didn't believe it. And I told her, I said, now, you know, all incoming and outgoing calls from here, they're always recorded. I don't have no problem with that. Well, we talked for a while. I mean, probably almost an hour. I asked her, could she send me the information, you know, to verify what she was saying. She did. So, don't mean shit to me. I got the call. I called the place. I spoke with, I think his name was Hunter. And he said yes. And I told him why I was calling. I said, because I'm a reporter. And I was under the impression, at least I was thinking, that Malia Davis had everything that she needed. She didn't have a headstone. So you mean to tell me that Brittany done had several GoFundMe pages up? Craig Davis, crooked ass. Again, I love to say this. Craig Davis is not a saint. Craig Davis is not a saint. Craig Davis is not a saint. His name was on CPS documents, not Derion Vence. Brittany Bowen's name was on there, not Derion Vence. His name. He was beating her ass too. When the first head injury occurred, she was with her daddy. Now he's got pictures of him and the other kid sitting there on a bench, pictures of Malia. That bullshit don't mean a goddamn thing to me. The goddamn love you claiming you have now for your dead daughter, your bitch ass should have had that genuine love while she was alive. That bullshit you doing on Instagram, put that shit up. Don't mean a goddamn thing. You fooling some people. But let me tell you something. You can't fool me. You a low down, dirty, trifling son of a bitch your goddamn self. You and Brittany Bowen should get together and set yourselves on fucking fire. I know you a bitch ass motherfucker. You a bitch ass motherfucker, and you beat your daughter just like that fat bitch Brittany beat her. So them pictures that you out there putting up and them t-shirts up, Malia Lynn Davis is dead. Fuck our goddamn picture on a goddamn motherfucking t-shirt. Bitch, if you want, you should have. The media said, he's showing wonderful moments, heartfelt moments. Why he didn't show no goddamn heartfelt moments when she was alive? He didn't do that. He didn't do that. That would have been the time. Now it's not the time. I hate you. I swear to God, I hate you. I'm going to expose your ass. I promise you that. I'm going to expose your ass. You're a bitch. You're a bitch ass nigga. And I don't normally use the word nigga, but to me, you're nothing but a bitch ass nigga. You should kill yourself. You and that bitch. You bring a child into this world, and then you decide to take her out. What man go to get his daughter from the mother's house, let another man tell him she's cast the flu, she's sick, you can't see her. Okay, bye. And you take the other son. Bitch, please. It's a game y'all playing. Y'all may got them wrapped up in your hand. I mean HPD, but not me. When I come there, I promise you I'm raising hell. I promise you I'm raising hell. If I got to get out there with a goddamn picket sign in front of Craig's house or wherever Brittany ass is, hopefully be outside the goddamn motherfucking jail, I'm going to do it. My promise to Malia, I will not do like Craig did. I will not do like Brittany did. I will not do like Brenda did. I will not do like Jeanette did. I will not do like Lopez did. I will not do like CPS did. I will not do like the daycare did. I will not do like the neighbors did. I will not let you down. And I mean that. And I mean that. You think I'm just talking shit, swallowing spit? You'll see. You're killers. Both of you are killers. and you're going to be locked up. You can put your damn dancing shoes on if you want to, but in a minute, I'm going to make you take the motherfuckers out. I'm going to make you take them off and get down on your knees and pray. Because you're going to jail. You're going to jail. I'm your biggest threat right now. I promise you that. I'm your biggest threat. Nothing scares me. A little bit of skinny black man, nothing scares me. Nobody came out of a woman's ass, put fear in my heart. It is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. I always want to be on the side of right. It's easy to put it on Derion Vence. It's easy for Derion Vence to say yes because of his mental state. Will he talk? I don't know. But if he don't, that's his super stupid ass. As simple as that. R.Kelly. And we got to get out of here. R.Kelly is in New York City. He went to court last week. Indicted again on more charges. Being mistreated because of her disability. Whoever said that, you're right. He pleaded not guilty to the other charges that he is now facing in New York City. Today, more charges were filed against R. Kelly, who is 52 years old. R. Kelly has been in the music industry, I guess, for right at 30 years. The charges that were handed down today in the courtroom accuses R. Kelly of prostitution, paying underage girls for sex. One girl alleges in the year of, and Ms. Farris is here if I go left. One girl alleges that back in 2001 in Minneapolis, R. Kelly was there to do a concert. He did. She had tickets to go. It said that she didn't pay for them. I don't know why they put that in there. Somebody gave them to her. But nevertheless, she was 17 years old. She alleges she asked R. Kelly for an autograph. He signed that autograph and also gave her his business card with his personal phone number on it. And then she later went to where he was. And when she got there, and I'm paraphrasing a lot of this here, so don't come back and say, that ain't what it said. I know that's not what it said. I'm paraphrasing it for the sake of time. And that R. Kelly wanted her to get naked and dance for her. And he paid her allegedly $200 to get naked, and she danced for him. The 17-year-old then also alleges that R. Kelly got out of his clothes, and they both danced naked together. And then she alleges she got on top of R. Kelly's body, and I guess they did a body dance. I guess what it is, because she said, my body on his body. Didn't he say that in the song, your body on my... Didn't he say that? R. Kelly? Okay, anyway, and so he has been held without bond on that charge. He is still in New York City. He pleaded guilty to the federal charges. Of course, he is accusing also of using his fame to recruit young women and girls into illegal sexual activities. Now, let me say this here, and I said this the other week. There are no victims right now. R. Kelly does not have one victim. And here's why he don't have one victim. Because nothing has been proven. Just because an individual has been accused of committing a crime does not necessarily mean he or she has committed a crime. It simply means that they have been accused of that crime. And that's it. Now, but whatever works for you in your mind to say he did it, without any proof, then that's you. Whatever makes you happy. But you can't make someone be guilty just because you want them to be guilty. When I saw R. Kelly's plane, well, it wasn't R. Kelly's plane, when the plane landed last week with R. Kelly on it, and R. Kelly got off, and he had on his prison uniform and those orange slippers, shackled down. I don't know about many of you, but I sat there in awe for almost an hour because I hated to see him in that predicament. I don't care if R. Kelly right now is guilty or innocent. I just hated to see him in that predicament because, yes, he is fighting for his life. The charges alone, if convicted in Chicago, will put him in prison for over 100 years. And then you have these new charges coming up. We're working on something, and God, I wish I could tell you guys, but I can't right now. But it's about R.Kelly. And hopefully within the next few weeks, we'll have it together, and we're going to bring it to you. And I promise you, you're going to love it. You're going to find out some things that you may or you may not know, about R.Kelly and what we really think is going on. Hopefully within the next few weeks, like I said, we'll be able to bring you guys that. But we got to make sure we know what we're talking about, get everything together and stuff. But I respect R. Kelly. I love R. Kelly's music. I still listen to his music. Nothing has been proven yet. The two girls that are allegedly being held hostage in the Trump Tower, where R. Kelly lived with them prior to his arrest. Well, somebody answer this before we get out of here. Wait, let me get a sip of my tea. Oh my God, I missed half of it. Karen Williams. Karen, what the hell? I'm disappointed, Miss Williams. Karen, I'm disappointed in you. I'm disappointed. So now watch this, y'all. The parents, Jocelyn's Savage parents, y'all know the story, accuses R. Kelly of brainwashing their daughter. He's holding her hostage. She wants to leave, but she can't leave. Okay. Well, R. Kelly's in New York City tonight. The two girls, R. Kelly girls, are in Chicago. I assume they're still in Trump Towers. Good evening, Miss Rice. You're late, but thank you for tuning in. When this is over, you can, play it and hear it from the beginning. So now the parents, now watch this. The parents, now watch this. The parents, now watch this. Every time R. Kelly made a move, every time he went to court, every time he went to go do this, went to go do this, went to go do that, they would show up on the scene. You're holding my child hostage. Blase, blase, blase. He had an event out of the country. No, he can't do that because my daughter's going to go and I'll never see her again. Your daughter don't want to see your ass now. She's in the country with you. R. Kelly's locked up. Those two girls, I presume, got on a plane in Chicago. The plane landed, I presume, in New York City. They went to federal court where R. Kelly was going to be arraigned on charges, federal charges. They went for one reason, to show their love and support for their man. Bodyguards. They were on their own. It's like little chickens running all over the place. Go wherever they want to go. Nice outfit, look wonderful. Now, Jocelyn Savage's parents didn't do a press conference. They didn't say nothing. R. Kelly locked up. They didn't say nothing. You know why they didn't say nothing? Because they're a bunch, both of them are liars. They're liars and they're pimps. They pimped their daughters out to R. Kelly. They treated, I say it till it's over. They treated their daughter like nothing but a hoe, and they are the fucking pimps. And they know one thing. If anybody besides R. Kelly, which this word is not real good right now, can send them to prison, it's going to be their own daughter. Because if she gets on that stand, they ass going to go in a jail cell. So, Jocelyn Savage, as I always say, she loved her parents. She loved them. But she hated them for what they did. They treated her like a hoe. And somewhere down the line, she thought about it. My parents treated me like a hoe. And they were pimps. Simple as that. Well, she's not being held against her will. They're not hostages. Here's what happened. They adapted, both of the girls, adapted to the life that their parents pimped them off into. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. And the truth is the truth, whether you believe it or not. It's just that damn simple. R. Kelly is being set up. Are all the girls lying? Possibility. Look at the Bill Cosby case. Well, Mr. Scott, everybody, all the women talking about the white pill, so they can't be lying. They don't even know each other. You're right. They don't know each other, but they can be lying. You know why? Everybody on planet Earth and heard about the goddamn white pill from Bill Cosby. Any little hot-ass girl that went to an R.Kelly concert could call old ugly-ass Kim Fox, who looks like a goddamn horse with a bad weave on her damn head, and say, oh, he touched me inappropriate too, and he peed on me. When you fight for justice, you fight for justice. As my sister Yvette always said, we can't cherry pick which part of the system that is okay with us. I think R.Kelly should be given a bond in New York City. He should be given a bond in Chicago. Minneapolis should give R.Kelly a bond. And it's simple. If we're innocent until we're proven guilty, and if R.Kelly has not demonstrated one time that he is a flight risk, give me a legitimate legal reason why you can't give him a bond. Why? He turned his passport over to you. Every time you asked him to show up, boom, with bells on, he was there and he was never late. The first trial, never late. This trial, never late. Turned himself in. When they arrested him, when he walked outside of his apartment to smoke a cigar, and with his dog, he did not resist. This is personal. That's not justice. That's not justice. Lifetime. Another documentary on surviving R.Kelly. When the fuck they gonna do a documentary on the guy that has over 3 decades of complaints about him from women, from everything to patting them on they flat pink ass to outright rape? Harvey Weinstein I'm talking about. Where Oprah at now? Where Gail at now with her ugly ass? It's a setup. Everybody has a part to play. Everybody has a part to play. Michael Avenatti. How in the fuck is his word good anywhere? Anywhere. His goddamn credibility is so fucking shot, he can't pull up at a goddamn gas station and promise to pay $5 for some gas if they give it to him until he go get the goddamn money. His word don't mean shit. He's facing over 3 or 4 years in prison. And we listen to him. He's a crook. But now if you're going to prosecute R.Kelly, I think it's Latonia, they need to get all of them. I hope I pronounced your name right. I'm going to say this and we're going to get out of here. I'm going to echo what she just said. If you're going to prosecute R.Kelly, and if you find R.Kelly guilty, it's impossible for you not to prosecute the parents that pimp their daughters out. They're going to get immunity bullshit. Child pornography? No deal. No deal. Nobody getting a goddamn deal. Because if this had not came up, they wouldn't be talking right now. Nobody gets a deal. If you tell it, you tell it. If you don't, I'm gonna lock your ass up, and you're still going to jail. Ain't no good time. Ain't working no goddamn deal. Everybody goes to fucking jail. Everybody. Everybody goes to jail. Everybody. The savages are pimps. The daughter was a hoe to them. Simple as that. You got a 17-year-old girl in 2001. She went in there and she got out of court. Did he put a gun to you? No, I just got out of him. And he told you to do what? Dance? Well, did you dance? I dance and stuff, you know. I did. What dance was that thing, girl? Listen. And he got naked. Yeah, and so what happened? I laid on top. Oh, you laid on top of him. I laid on top of Kelly. I say it all the time. These girls, they wanted relationships. If R. Kelly did it, R. Kelly just wanted relations. As simple as that. And so, as R. Kelly attorney said, these are disgruntled groupies. That's it. They wanted to be Mrs. R. Kelly. If it happened, R. Kelly, wham, bam, carry your ass, $200 and she got fucking buck naked, she's stupid. You took $200 to get fucking buck naked from Kelly? When back then he was worth over $250 million? And your ass took $200 and you got buck naked and lead on him? Bitch, you crazy. He should have fucked you up. He should have used your ass. You dumb. R.Kelly, you took $200. I tell you what, ask her lawyer Gloria to have her mind evaluated. Because she's stupid. Simple as that. Nobody, R.Kelly does not have any victims. He have alleged victims. So the media continues to try to paint R.Kelly out to be a deranged lunatic, a monster in human form. They never interview anybody that has something positive to say about R.Kelly. But all that shit's about to change because we're going to start doing that. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. This has been a setup from day one. Until it's proven in the courtroom, there are no victims. So quit saying the victim, his victim. What fucking victim? They are alleged victims. He hadn't been convicted. He has been accused. When you say the shit right, so you won't get your goddamn self confused. Some of y'all just want him to be guilty. Let's mute R.Kelly. What the fuck is that gonna do? What is that gonna do? If some of y'all would raise hell about muting Donald Trump, like you said about R.Kelly, that motherfucker might be at the White House by now. I'm Al Scott with Injustice Investigations. I thank you all for tuning in to tonight's show. We're going to upload this video shortly to our YouTube channel. If for any reason under the sun that you would like to donate to keep this channel on air and help us helping other people, do it through our PayPal. This is paypal.me/injusticegotcha, or the Cash App. It's Alphonso Scott, $ Eddie Mae's boy. Please, if you want to give, I'll take it. We can't do this without any finances because we have bills that we have to pay. Anybody that comes to us, we never charge them and we never will because that's not the way God gave it to me. You all foot the bill for them. You have to pay for equipment and, things that we need to investigate claims and things of that nature. So we need your donation. So again, it's at paypal.me/injusticegotcha. Good night, Miss Williams. And the Cash App is going to be Alphonso Scott, $ Eddie Mae's boy. If you have a story that you would like for us to look off into, please call 1-888-357-3334, extension 2. That's the investigator, Miss Ferris. Again, it's 1-888-357-3334, extension 2, Miss Ferris. I love you guys. I thank you all for supporting this show. And remember this, I'm not always right, and you are not always wrong. We'll see you on the radio.